You see, before the 5th of August 2019, you could say the human rights violations were on there. You have more than 8,000 enforced disappearances in Kashmir. You have 11,000 rape and molestation cases in Kashmir. You have nearly 95,000 extrajudicial executions and innocent killings in Kashmir, so on and so forth, the destruction of the properties and arbitrary detentions of every sort. But from 5th of August, what we have seen, a different kind of calm down, a different kind of communication blockade, complete communication blockade was put on from 5th of August to the December 2019. It was a complete communication blockade. There was no internet services, there were no phone services, there was no messaging. Even the phone line, the landline services was not available to Kashmir. So along with that, from December onwards, they allowed 2G, that too in different parts of the Kashmir 2G, but not the 4G is not settled only in 2 districts of Kashmir. And this has come to light also. The Human Rights Commissioner also talked about it. That is a good step. They have restored the 4G in 2 of the districts, but it should be extended to the whole nation. What has happened in this period of time? Nearly, and from last 13 months, I will say, to be in concrete, in last 13 months, 466 killings happened in Kashmir in different siege and search operations, and there were at least 13 extrajudicial executions. The innocents who were killed in different encounters, like the one which happened in Shopian. 3 of the youth were abducted on 18th of July 2018, but thereafter they were killed in an encounter and was asked that they are foreign terrorists. But when there was a hue and cry on that, and then investigation was held, and now the government of India has confessed that they were the civilians, but there is no justice for the perpetrators. They are not being brought to justice. Here, the total figure of women who have been raped, I already told you that more than 11,000 women who were gang raped or they had faced the sexual harassment. After August 5, there is not a clear picture of that, because until December there was no communication. So under siege and search operations, the forces will come in and they will take away the people. But the reports from the Indian civil society who managed to go there and international press, there have been around 20 cases of rape during this period in Indian-occupied Kashmir, and along with that, 13,000 people were arrested during that period, including the political leaders, civil society actors, and even children were abducted, and they were sent to the different jails in India, and 2 of them died during the custody in different jails, and it was asked that they had a cardiac arrest in the jail. And our leaders who are in the Tihar jail, which is a very pandemic of the COVID-19, they are there, they all have faced the COVID-19. We are also concerned about the health of those leaders. But during this crackdown, the most impact on the economy of Kashmir, on the education, on the healthcare. Now you see, we have seen in Pakistan the pandemic is almost, it is gone, maybe people say next second wave is coming. In Azad Kashmir you have very less cases, but in occupied Kashmir that is becoming a epicenter of pandemic because of the Indians, though they had put on restrictions of the movement of Kashmiris, but non-state Indians, they are coming to the Kashmir, they are residing over there with their containers of this pandemic and are spreading in the Kashmir. So pandemic is also one of this. The economy is there, health sector, education. Yeah, I'll come back. During this pandemic, when the whole of the world was fighting the pandemic, and it was all war against the pandemic, what India sought better, during the crackdown, there was one crackdown and they had another crackdown under the pandemic. In this, on 1st of April, they enacted a new law which is called the domicile law. Under this law, till this date, they have given over 1.67 million domiciles to the Indians. That means 1/4 of the population of Indian-occupied Kashmir are now the settlers. They are settler colonists, and they have also given the authority to the military to build more cantonments, and all the cantonments in Kashmir, in Indian-occupied Kashmir, they have been designated as residential cantonments. Before this, there were only 3 cantonments which were residential. Now the army will occupy more and more land. As you know, the only 30% of the state's land is that of cultivable land. When you see more settlers there, you will see the change of climate change, which the world is very much concerned about it. The ecology of Kashmir will have the worst effect on this, and social conflagrations, their contracts on this, that also has, and also the earthquake which took place on 2014. But the way the Indians are pushing the Kashmiri people to the wall, I see there will be more violence because there is no space for peaceful protest. There is no space for peaceful protest in Kashmir. Everyone who raises his voice, everyone who writes with his pen, they are sent behind the bars. They are being booked under UP, AP, the law, which draconian law. They have most of journalists have been arrested of that, and also all the media houses, they have been issued a warning. They will not write anything pertaining to the ongoing human rights violation in Kashmir. So you can see before 5th of August, you could see the Kashmiri papers with all the reports, but now there is nothing like that. Nothing on the Kashmir is on these papers. Only thing which the government of India wants to do is there. Along with that, the most serious thing is they want to rewrite the history of Kashmir. They have now changed all the subjects in Kashmir. They are rewriting the syllabi, and thereby all the syllabus, all the textbooks will be written to serve the purposes of the RSS and BJP, so that our future generation could not know about our history. It is a replica of the Israeli model. What is happening in Kashmir? You see the settler colonialism in Kashmir, they started it back in 2008, but due to a very severe, there were very much processions against it, and at that time, government of India took it back. But at this time, through the militarized power, judiciary of India, and all those power pillars of the government serve the purpose of the RSS and BJP. So this is a settler colonialism by the Indians. They are settling, and this is the biggest concern for the people of Kashmir, because by this they will occupy our land and make us landless. They take our jobs, make us jobless. They will change the identity of the Kashmir. So this is a very huge concern for the people of Kashmir, and also you see this can influence each and every, as I earlier said, the social fabric of Kashmir. The Kashmiris will be forced to migrate from Kashmir, and we will become the stateless. Thus, the Indians will come and occupy our state. So it's a very huge concern for the people of Kashmir. You see, that's what I said in press conference already. I said that the peace in the region and the international peace and security is linked with the resolution of Kashmir dispute. Now, the 4 nuclear states are directly interconnected in Kashmir. China is becoming an active partner in the Kashmir. So the forces of India and China are eyeball to eyeball. Anytime if the war breaks out between China and India, Pakistan and USA will come to the help of the Chinese, as they have been pushing help of Indians, as they are pushing Indians. Automatically, Pakistan has no other choice to do. Though Pakistan has said we are a peaceful nation, we will not go for the war. But the way Indians are doing in Kashmir, the way they are trying, you see, their Indians have not so far fought the war. But on our ceasefire line, they are firing day in and day out. They are using heavy artillery on our soil. They intruded in our soil in 2019. So all these events will force Pakistan to join the Chinese, and all other allies will come, and it will be the 4th World War, I think, that will break out in this region if Kashmir is not solved. China has also asked to India to revisit its policy of 5th of August and resolve the Kashmir issue.